Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another garden update. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. We got a week 9 flower showing color, a lot of fruits and citrus coming off of here. Week 8 flower looking really good. And then we got some vegetation growth over here. And then we just started the 100-gallon pot. And then we got some seedlings over there. We're going to put one in here. So let's go ahead and talk about kind of how I've been going about this. So this is week 9 flower, so she's rounding off her life. You can see we got a lot of really good color in here, a lot of different hues. That could be from the temperature drop, but it also could be from malnutrition. This is only in a 30-gallon pot, and when you're growing organic, you kind of want to stay in the plant to be the same size as your pot. So we definitely got bigger. This is a 4x4 tent and just a 30-gallon pot. So we may need to do a little top dressing in flower, mid-flower, next grow, because this is such a massive plant. But she ain't gonna skip a beat. She's looking really good. A lot of really good terps coming off here. Going to be a really fruity smoke. We're rocking about 78 degrees in here, 50% humidity, and then we got about 950 ppfd. Everything's looking really good. Now, I kind of want to reiterate something while we get in here. So you can see that we're overflown with leaves. I just want to kind of show the new grower that you can still grow amazing yields and not have to do a bunch of hands-on training. Now, we do put the scrog screen down. I always recommend when you're growing less plants to put a scrog screen down. But as far as defoliation, if you can control the environment in here and you have good airflow, we have 4 fans in here blowing air around. We're only about 50% humidity and then 78 degrees Fahrenheit. So great environment. You can see we got wind blowing through the canopy through here. This is not ideal. I don't recommend not defoliating, but I don't want to overwhelm the new growers and be like, oh man, I got to know this, I got to get this, I got to do all this training. Don't think about it. Just get into the organic side, plant you some seeds, get a hold of me, we'll talk you through it. You don't need to know a bunch to grow these amazing plants in an organic soil. It is all just literally hands off, but there's still always going to be a little bit of work. Now, if we would have defoliated these girls, we would have got double the yield. And I promise you that. If you take the time and you clean up these plants and you train these plants, you're going to get double the yield. So, like I said, next grow, we're going to do a lot more of our regular training. We're going to do more defoliations in flower, clean this up a little more to get our yield up. But I wanted to show you that you don't need to do that. Because look, I mean, we're getting 2-foot coolers with amazing stacking everywhere. We got great colors. Great. I mean, it's so greasy. I can't even touch it without getting all greased up. We got leaners back here. And then if you want a really easy way, this AUTOPOT Trader Grow, you just fill your reservoir, throw some 3.0 soil on there, plant your bean, and you're going to get amazing plants like this. And we're still going to get amazing yield without even defoliating this. So this is literally the set it and forget it type of grow. But like I said, you would want to defoliate this because it's just easier on the plants, easier for it to breathe. It's not as hard to dial in the environment and worrying about mold and bud rot and so on. But this magic candy as well, my goodness, so much fruit coming off of here. A little candy. I mean, this is looking really cool. The different variations of the pistils in here from this pheno coming over here to the more tighter stacked. This is really cool to see. So don't let me steer you wrong. Don't defoliate. It's all up to you, but you're going to get better yields if you do defoliate. But if you don't have the time, look at this. You're still going to get amazing yields. So I'm loving it, Gromies. We're rocking about 78 degrees. Like I said, 50% humidity. We got about 1,000 ppfd. We're about 1,100 on these girls, but they're loving it. These new micro lights have been amazing. Over here to the 3x3 from SPIDERFARMER, we got the Goat Genetics clone bounce back from being underfed in the solo cups. And you can see the nice, deep green, bright, healthy growth. So we're going to drop the scrog screen on this soon. The more you train earlier in veg, it's the better on your plant because then you don't have to do as much when you get later and you can get amazing canopies. So we'll drop that scrog screen on here. And this is what's really cool. Grassroots sells this hobby bed and it also comes with all the PVC. It comes with the trellis. All you need is some screws and a net and you'll be off to the races. We're going to drop the screen next week, so we'll show you and talk about that. We're rocking about 400 ppfd on here right now, 78 degrees, 70% humidity. So we're still keeping in that seedling VPD, that 0.8 if you can. Over here to the new bed, the 100-gallon AC Infinity 5x5. We planted this cover crop 6 days ago, so it just shows if you have healthy soil, and this is old soil, and we re-amended it, watered it in, got that 10% by soil volume, and look at all the green growth in here in just 6 days. This is really cool to see. I want to kind of talk about my lights. You can notice that they're all really high. So I'm in a basement, so we need that heat. I don't want to add another electricity bill, another heating element of some sort and cause more danger. So we raise the lights up to get good PPFD without having to blast the girls. So we'll raise the lights up. We'll turn the power up on them. So that way we're still getting good PPFD, but we're getting heat off of the light. So I use my light as heat. You by no means need to do this. Like I said, I'm in a basement. So I was able to raise these up, raise the wattage up. Yes, it's a little bit more money, but your girls are loving it. You're getting the heat you want. You're getting the PPFD you want. This is the Evo 10, and we're only on level 2 out of 10. This is probably 4 foot from the top of this bed, and we're still rocking 400 PPFD, which is going to be perfect for seedlings. And I know that that's telling me we're going to have plenty of juice as these girls grow up. We're probably going to have to turn this down because there's going to be so much power going in here. So really excited to see this come around. We're going to show you the All Kid Fit Dimensions over there in my 2x2 tent. We're going to pick one to run in here. So everything's looking really good, Gromies. I'm really excited. Remember, VPD's everything. If you're going to grow monster plants and you're not going to defoliate, you need good environment. But you can see you do not have to do a bunch of defoliations. You're still going to get amazing results, especially if you run amazing genetics. So let's talk about, I want to talk about my dehumidifier real quick. Actually, this is my wand. This is my hose that I got rigged up, and I just use this to water everything. Makes it a lot easier. So that just shows that we're water only. We just spray the hose, get a little water in the plants, and looks good. So this is a dehumidifier. We got it running with an old washer hose that we cut the head off because it was touching the bottom of this 5-gallon bucket, and that was causing the gravity to mess up. So it would, instead of draining into here, it would go into only the 1.5 gallon reservoir. So we were dumping this 2 times a day. So we just put an old washer hose, put the 5-gallon bucket. So now we're getting 2 to 3 days. This other bucket's kind of just like that insurance. If we can't get down here, we get busy, it's just going to overflow into a bigger bucket. So you're talking probably 10 to 15 gallons of water we could last in here. We just take this out and dump it in the sink. So I just want to kind of show you that method. Let's go ahead and check out the 2x2 tent. Let's go over here to my mess here. This is kind of the jungle that we're trying to get everything in order. But this is the Fit Dimension from All Kid. This popped up in 2 days. This is day 6. We got one that didn't pop up, but no big deal. You're going to have that. That's why we kind of preach, pop more beans so that way and you don't have to mess up your perpetual grow. And I want to kind of talk about the setup in here. So I'm in a basement, like I said, so it's really hard. It's easier with the bigger lights, but this is only a 100-watt light, so we're not getting a lot of heat out of this. So we actually had to add a little heater. But if you turn this heat up too high, then you're battling your humidity. So you can only play with these two, heat and humidity, so much before you're just wasting your time by turning them up more, using more water, using more electricity. So these are on the bare minimum. But what we did is we took our 100-watt light and we pushed it to the back of the tent. And then we took our beans and we pushed them to the front of the tent. So the light's actually penetrating right here. So this is getting the PPFD. It's about 350 PPFD, but we got these turned up higher so we can get that heat in here because we want that 0.8 VPD. We want that 78 degrees, 75 degrees roughly with that 75% humidity. So now that we move that light back, we're able to get the heat that we want to, and we're going to get amazing results, major germination. So this is looking really good. We're going to pick one of these to put in the 100-gallon pot. So that's it, Gromies. So much fun. I always love coming in here and talking about the garden. I love learning from you guys. I love teaching you guys. I love being a great community that we're building on YouTube. And I just want you guys to have amazing success, save money, skip steps, get organic medicine into your family. And that's what it's all about for me. So until next time, Gromies, lots going to be changing in here. We're going to be harvesting this girl next week. We may even be planting a bean in there. We're going to be dropping the scrog screen on this girl. And then these girls are really going to start getting some color. They're ripening up, and it's going to be really fun. So until next time, Gromies, much love, and I hope you all have a great night.